A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
I bring you a budget that has two underlying messages. One, we have to spend less because we have less to spend. Two, we must tax no more because the people have no more to give.
So Governor Tom Corbett of Pennsylvania is planning on cutting education significantly in his budget. In fact, when it comes to public colleges and universities, he's cutting all funding in half.
And in Pennsylvania, Governor Tom Corbett's budget includes $1 billion in cuts for public schools. Not to mention the $644 million he wants to cut from higher education.
A $28 billion budget, which will spend $1.5 billion less on education.
Which would mean a 50% reduction in funding for Pennsylvania's state universities like Penn State and Pitt.
Let's go. We're going to get people motivated.
Woo! All your funding, all the money you get from the government, from Temple, you don't get that anymore. You're paying for this on your own. I can't do that.
The governor describes his budget as separating the must-haves from the nice-to-haves and suggests we've gotten addicted to the latter.
Here is the big headline, if there is one. No tax increases.
Then there are ways to raise revenue, and there are ways to raise revenue that aren't even that unpopular with the public. For example, in Pennsylvania, you could impose a tax on shale drilling, which the public supports by 70%, and raise a couple of $100 million. So there are ways to raise revenue and balance this.
In my view, this is really a scheme so that the state can have a tax increase without looking like they made a tax increase, because they're pushing the taxing back to the local level or even to the individual level in the case of students if you have to pay more tuition.
When they make a choice between their wealthy constituents, as you pointed out, and school kids, they pick the wealthy.
I'm about $30,000 in debt right now, second semester sophomore, and I've got about $200 left to my name. That's savings account, so that's like the past 20 years of life.
My mom graduated college with like $7,000 in debt. And she went to a private university, and I'm gonna graduate with like $30,000 to $40,000 in debt, and I go to a public university. And how can the governor have the audacity to cut funding to students who need it most, who have no future if they don't have education?
There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart, and you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop.
Nobody fucking listens to us. We need to speak. We need to make our voices heard. This is unacceptable.
Governor Tom Corbett's proposed budget is all about making sacrifices today in exchange for prosperity tomorrow.
They're screwing us for the future. They're screwing the country. They're just pound foolish. They're not looking to the future of the country.
So really, it's a question of priorities. You're going to spend more money on prisons, less money on schools so that you can send more kids to prison. Who are we fighting for in Harrisburg?
think that a 50% cut is acceptable. We're going to go out there and we're just going to tell them, you know, how hard it is to just save up for the rent money, how hard it is to try and get groceries, and to try and do all this at the same time.
A friend of mine has got his financial aid package cut, and he just can't even come here anymore. It sucks. This isn't a case of sheer survival, I guess, for me. So, but I'm doing it for other people. I'm doing it, I guess, for him.